Are you a manual shooter? What if I told you Aperture Priority is actually better? What's up everyone, my name is Sal Sincata and today I'm going to cover with you a little bit of manual mode versus Aperture Priority. Now I know you diehards out there are convinced that you can't possibly be a professional photographer unless you shoot in manual mode. Well, as someone who is a professional photographer, I can tell you for the last 15 years I've been cheating. Maybe it's like a dirty little secret. That's what we should tell each other. We're sharing our secrets right now. But I've been shooting in Aperture Priority for 15 years and I love it. I'll never go back. And here is why. It's faster and it's more consistent. And I'm gonna prove it to you right now. So, before I start shooting, I'm gonna show you a light meter, right? Manual mode, light meter? Are you a manual mode? Do you even know how to use a light meter? If you don't, who cares? At the end of the day, your light meter, it's not gonna lie to us. So I'm gonna stand right here where Blair is. And I'm just gonna take a meter reading. And this is at 2.08. And so what am I trying to prove here? If I'm in the studio lighting, complete controlled environment, of course, I'm in manual mode because nothing's changing. But if you're a wedding photographer, senior photographer, boudoir photographer, anybody who's moving in an environment and you've gotten into post-production and you've gone to edit your images, I call bullshit. If you're a manual photographer, your exposure's all over the place and you know it, don't lie. And so what I don't wanna do is get back into post-production and spend hours half stop up, half stop down, one stop up, one stop down. And that's because you're in manual mode and the metering system on the camera is not gonna adjust. It's just gonna work the way you have it set. Well, Aperture Priority, if you think about it, what do you care about as a creative photographer? I'm not talking about a sports photographer where you get a lot of action. Your typical wedding, senior, family, boudoir, all that standard stuff. What's the only adjustment you're typically making? Isn't it aperture? Do you really care if your exposure is at 1/1000 of a second or 1/2000 of a second? For the most part, the average photographer does not. The average portrait photographer. So I don't want to get lit up in the comments about that. That's what I'm talking about specifically. And so with that being the case, really all I'm adjusting is creative, meaning my f-stop, whether I want a super shallow depth of field or I want more depth. I'm going to go from 2.0 to f11, f16, whatever the case may be. I don't really care within reason what that shutter speed is. And so if I'm shooting a wedding and I'm shooting my bride who's maybe getting lit with some open shade, but then I turn around because mom's over here, she's got different light on her, and then maybe there's somebody else here, they've got different light on her. When you get into post-production, again, I'm calling bullshit on it, you know for a fact you're having to adjust exposure because there's no way you're moving that quick and getting your exposure completely dialed in. You just can't move that quick. So Aperture Priority has become the solution for me. So let me prove it out to you. Now it's 2.07. Now if I go over here, and let's say we've got somebody standing right over here, now they're closer to the light, now they're at 4.0. So we're already over a stop different on the light. Now let's say they're backlit, right? Maybe mom and dad are over here, and I'm trying to turn and get that picture here. It's at 1.4. So you're talking about the movement of over 2 stops of light as I move through here. This camera may be even having trouble, is it? I'm being backlit on the camera. You're seeing my point, because why? She's in manual mode on that camera. So this is just driving my point home. So now I'm gonna do it with actual pictures. So we said that here, if I remember correctly, I was at 1/25 of a second, ISO 200, 2.09. So basically roughly 2.8. So let me take that picture and I'm gonna show you these. I'm gonna go into manual mode. I'm gonna do my setting, ISO 200, 1/25 of a second, and f2.8. Well, 2.5, because we weren't fully 2.8. Now I'm gonna take this picture of Blair. We are in manual mode, 1, 2. Beautiful shot, well exposed, okay? So now though, Molly, I'm gonna send you over here. Let's take a picture of Molly backlit, again in manual mode. Now what's gonna happen is the camera's compensating, okay, and we don't have an evenly exposed image. It's blowing out the entire background. But now, Molly, let's put you here, okay, right there. And now this is gonna be a little bit more evenly lit, but we're blowing highlights on the side of the image. So you're seeing all 3 of those images, and I'm gonna take the same 3 images now with Aperture Priority. Now, here's what I end up doing with Aperture Priority. So let's go into this, switch over, and I'm gonna switch to same thing, 2.5. To keep it consistent, ISO 200. What's gonna end up happening is that shutter speed's gonna be the variable here, right? Your exposure triangle, and I'm okay with it because I don't care what that shutter speed is. So let's take the same picture of Blair. Here we go. Perfect, 1, 2. Very nice, actually better exposure, okay? Let's put you right here now. Here we go, 1, 2. Now let's put you here. Here we go. 1, 2. Wow. What a difference. You're seeing it on your screen right now. These are straight out of camera. These have not been edited at all. And so what am I trying to impress upon you? I can now go back from a job, throw these into Lightroom, and in Aperture Priority, if I'm off, it's only because the metering system in the camera is off by a quarter stop or something like that. All my images will be off a quarter stop, right? Throughout the entire scene. And I can make that blanket adjustment to those images, and my post-production time is gonna be a fraction of what it is in manual mode. In manual mode now, I truly have to go image by image in each of these scenes and make that adjustment. So some could be a quarter stop, some could be a full stop, some could be a half stop. It's all over the place. And I know you've felt that pain. Shooting in manual mode does not make you a professional at all. It's understanding your exposure triangle, it's understanding your camera equipment and how it all works together to get the best possible shot, the best possible exposure, but here's the key part, as quickly and as efficiently as you possibly can. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope it at least makes you scratch your head. Go out there, try it before you hate it. Don't go in the comments, tell me you don't love it or you'll never do it. Death to Aperture Priority. Don't do it. Give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video.